Hello, everybody. Today I want to spend a couple of moments with you on Presidential Order 13768 because our office has been receiving a large number of calls from people who have been going on vacation and unable to return. Green card holders and visa holders are a threat. And a lot of people aren't even aware of Presidential Order 13768. And I've written a number of articles. If you were to type up um, my name, Stephen Riznyk, Riznyk, and 13768, you can read some of the articles. Long story short, anybody who has a criminal record of any kind, even shoplifting, or somebody who's been charged with a crime, even though not convicted, is a priority for removal from the United States. And once they're outside of the United States, well, they're already moved. It's going to be hard to get in. How do you prevent any issues with that, especially if you have a career, family, etc.? What you have to do is file a document called a waiver. Now, a lot of people get the form online and think that's all that's required. The form is 5% of the case. You need to hire a law firm to prepare what's called a legal brief. And a legal brief is a document that looks at other cases and law and code sections, applies them to the facts of your case like a custom made suit. The best place I have found to research the cases for this is Westlaw. It's westlaw.com, and if a lawyer doesn't have Westlaw, I wouldn't really hire them to prepare a waiver because they may not be fully equipped to give you the best representation. Westlaw and Lexis as well have the latest cases on immigration, and they're online. Whereas if you buy a book, yeah, it's great, it's only $200, copy and paste, but the problem with that is by the time it's printed, a case that could affect your life has been issued in some court, and the person who has the book has no access to it. So it's very critical to have online research when it comes to waivers because only 1% of immigration lawyers are qualified to prepare waivers. And even amongst those, some still use books, and yeah, it's great for a few general cases, but everybody has a different case and a different situation. Now, to provide you with an idea, a good waiver should take no less than 20 hours to produce, and it can take up to, I've had them take 120 hours to produce. But if it takes 120 hours and it changes a life, it's a good thing. The thing you must do is plan ahead. Unfortunately, a lot of our clients call us same week of their vacation, say, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you about this criminal record, and I'm leaving tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Please plan ahead. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to prepare a solid waiver because it takes a team of 3 people in our office, for example. And then you have to send it to the government for approval. That could take 6 to 8 months. Now you're saying to yourself, well, I've already paid for the cruise, the trip, da 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 da. Well, here's the interesting dilemma. Yes, you may lose your deposit on the airfare and the cruise or whatever. But let me assure you, if you're not allowed back in the country, you will say to yourself, boy, losing that airfare or the cruise deposit or whatever would have been such a bargain compared to being stuck outside the country with no access to my house, my kids, my career, my spouse. So if there's anything that I can help you with, it's telling you, please plan ahead. This is the most serious thing that can happen to you in immigration. If you have any kind of a criminal record, or you've conducted any violation that the immigration department, the CIS, considers something that makes you removable, you're on a priority for removal, and it's a matter of time before the two computers finally tag you as one of the people who should be removed. And if you've read the news lately, you'll have noticed that they're being quite aggressive about removing people with criminal records. And unfortunately, you're going to find some professionals or some nice people who may have a shoplifting offense, a DUI, or something else that will mess up their lives. And if you're not a citizen, by the way, and you're a green card holder, and you want to become a citizen, but not just to save yourself from being removed, but because you love the United States and it's somewhere where you want to have a life and support the country, consider citizenship. Because there's nothing worse than being caught in a crime, especially if you didn't intend it, um, and then finding yourself going from the state jail system to the federal system in immigration for removal. So, Presidential Order 13768, look it up. It's basically one paragraph that you need to know. And in summary, anybody who's been convicted of any criminal offense or even charged and hasn't even had their day in court, priority for removal. So be safe out there. Cheers.